Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be part 2 of using files in Python. And specifically, we're going to be covering how to manipulate files. We'll cover how to create, rename, move them, as well as delete, and basically that's about it. So let's get started. First off, you're going to want to open up a text file. Now, if you can see on the left-hand panel here under Python project, I'd have venv and main py. Now, I don't have a text file yet, so what we're going to do is we're going to save one text file under my Python project directory. So we'll just save this. Let's save as. Oh, let's call it something like test text.txt. Now if you click here, oops. If you click back, you can see it just added the text via text file to our working panel here under the directory. So now what we need to do is we need to, just like last video, we need to import OS. Oops. I should have gone to the console. Import OS. Now the next thing we're going to need to import is something called sudo or shuttle. I don't know exactly how to say it, but basically lets you basically kind of copy, rename, and move files. So we're going to import that as well. Sudo. The first thing we want to do is we want to copy files. So what we can do is we can type out the method sudo copy. Now we're going to need two separate things. We're going to need first of all, we're going to use the syntax is with the period and the backslash. We're going to try to copy a text file, or a particular file from from one location to another location. So we're going to type out test text.txt, comma. Now we're just going to move it to the parent file, and to do that, the parent directory, you can just type out two periods and a backslash. It should work. So it copied it. I can double check that it copied by going to our file explorer, as here under Python project. This is where we originally saved it to. Now the Python project with an S here specifies the parent directory of the Python project. So if we click here, it shows that we kind of came here. So now we're going to delete this text. Now we're going to actually figure out how to move. So how to move back to a different directory, but not copy it. So we're going to just type out move. It's basically identical to what we did before. Test text. Now we can see under Python projects, we don't have it anymore. But we do have test text here. And as you can see, we moved it away. That means we don't have it on the Python project. Now, the final thing you can do is with sudo, well, not the final thing you can do, but a useful thing you can do with sudo is you can rename things. Well, it's not exactly the most intuitive. So you'll type out sudo.move again. Again, it's not very intuitive. Parentheses. Now instead of 1 point and 1 backslash, you're going to need 2 points and 1 backslash. And type out the text file that we're starting with, txt, and type out a comma after our quotation marks. Now just, again, we're going to type out 1 period and then 1 backslash. We're going to rename it test file.txt, and let's see what happens. And it looks like it moved it successfully. So we're going to look back, renamed it successfully. So we're going to go back to Python project and rename this test file. So that's how you basically copy, move, and rename files. Now you can delete files and folders by simply using the OS method. So for example, if we want to delete a file, we'll type out os.unlink parentheses. And we're going to type out the file directory as normal, so that would be just 1 point, 1 backslash. And we'll do test file.txt, which is going to be the one we want to unlink. Now if we unlink the file, that means it's going to be deleted permanently. So if you delete it using unlink, it's not going to go to your recycle bin. It's going to go straight to the deleted portion of the universe or whatever. But So this is how we unlink. Now if we type enter. So and if we click somewhere else, we can see that test file has disappeared, and now it's basically nowhere. Now you can remove an empty directory, and you can also remove an full directory. How to do this? We'll be right-clicking Python project is. We type out new directory. We're going to call this empty1. And now, very similar to OS unlink, if we want to remove the directory, we'll just type out os.rmdir and use the same syntax as before. So point \empty1. Click somewhere else again, and remove that. Now finally, we're going to use the sudo.rm tree to get rid of our directory with files in it. So we're going to type out sudo.rm tree. Oh, first we need to create a new directory. Sorry. And let's call it empty2. Sudo.rm tree. Parentheses. Quotation marks again. Our syntax as before. We'll type out empty2, comma, ignore, and we need the ignore error equals true. Now we need the ignore error because normally if you don't have ignore error, it will produce an error for if you just put an empty2. It's sort of a little bit of complicated reasoning. If you're interested in why the ignore error is needed, you can look that up. But yeah, just remember that ignore error is true for this particular sudo.rm tree method. So type enter. And we've got something. Hang on. Okay, it said ignore errors. We should have ignore errors instead, not with an S. So that's true. And now finally, we'll click back, look in our Python projects, and see that our folder directory just got deleted. So yeah, that's basically part 2 and I guess the final part of my dealing with files in Excel series, or not Excel, but Python. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.